have a strong feeling about this bird, that it will cause people pain and suffering, but I'm not sure why.
Maybe there's something inside of it.
But I don't see how there could be, Timmy. Oh, it's so bloody frustrating. I paid good money for that bird, thinking that it would destroy people's lives, but it's obviously harmless. Or is it? Charity had a strong feeling about it, too. Strange that we should both be wrong.
Tabitha, look! There's a prize in there!
Oh, my. Little Miss Charity was right. These pictures alone could destroy a family with ammo left over.
Who are they of, Tabitha?
Oh, Eve Russell. Oh, it seems she developed quite the bedside manner before she ever became a doctor.
That's Dr. Russell? Boy, she was limber.
Hey, you forget you ever saw these, Timmy. Hey, you're far too young to be looking at such naughty things.
Timmy's old enough to know that if Dr. Russell's husband sees those pictures, Dr. Russell would be in big trouble.
Well, Eve can't say I didn't warn her.
I know what you're hiding. All of it. The secret you've kept from your husband, what you did years ago outside of town.
Let's go, Timmy. I think it's time that we made a certain gypsy fortune teller's prophecy come true. Come on. Come on. Well, if it isn't the Russells.
Good evening, Tabitha. Are you and your doll out for a night on the town?
Oh, yes, TC. Like you and your doll, Eve.
Oh.
Charity's feeling better, I hope.
I think so.
Good. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm here to look for a book on birds. Do you have any interest in birds, Eve?
But, honey, you've kept a bird feeder in the yard for years.
I just wanted the girls to appreciate nature, TC, that's all.
Oh, I find birds fascinating. If only they could talk. Think what secrets they could tell us.
Can I, get you some?
Oh, yes, a pot of tea would be lovely.
What's the doll having?
Oh, nothing for him, thank you. Caffeine keeps him awake. Well, where were we?
Oh, you were going to go and get a book on birds.
Oh, yes. Speaking of birds, have you or TC ever heard the story of the mythical phoenix?
Yes, the bird dies in a fire only to rise from its own ashes to live again.
Oh, yes. Speaking of fires, I remember recently reading that there was one here in Harmony, in an apartment.
Yes, that apartment belonged to one of Eve's patients.
How terrible. Do they know how the fire started?
Well, actually, the fire department's investigating the cause of the fire.
Maybe your patient had a bird that will rise from the ashes of the apartment.
Orville? I doubt it. What do you think, Eve? Oh, honey. What's wrong?
Excuse me, TC, I just remembered I didn't check on a patient. Excuse me.
Well, nice to see you again, Coach Russell.
You too.
Although I do think that Eve should switch to decaf. Well, I'll go and find my book.
Telling Dr. Russell the story of the phoenix bird was mean and evil, Tabitha.
Why, thank you, Timmy. Yes, we've certainly got things off to a flying start.
Timmy feels sorry for Eve. She's a good doctor who heals people.
When TC learns about her past, Eve won't be able to heal her family or her marriage. First, we destroy the Russells, and then we isolate Charity by destroying the Bennets. Eve is digging her own grave, Tim Tim. One more shovelful of dirt and she'll be done for.
Uh-oh. What's Tabitha up to now?
I think it's time for a little game of show and tell, Timmy.
What's Tabitha going to do?
Well, I could just drop the bird into TC's lap and let him discover the envelope with Eve's pictures and papers inside. Or I could anonymously send the envelope to the head of the hospital. Eve would be dismissed before you could say Jack Rabbit.
To me, it's both of Tabitha's ideas.
As if I care. Just shut up and let me think. What would cause more trouble for Eve and her family? Oh, decisions.
Timmy wants to know why Tabitha wants to hurt Dr. Russell. What did she ever do to hurt Tabitha?
Well, first, she helped save Charity's life after I burned her house down. And second, she ignored Kay's suggestion to have Charity locked in the loony bin for having premonitions. That woman's caused me nothing but trouble. Now it's time to return the favor. Anyway, the more havoc I can wreak, the happier I am. I know what I'm going to do, Timmy.
Call it a night and go home? Timmy's missing the monsters.
Timmy will be missing his tongue if he doesn't quit with the wisecracks.
Sorry, Princess.
I've decided not to send the red envelope with its bombshell contents to the hospital, because if I do, I'll be missing all the fireworks. No, it's better if I have my fun right here and now.
Tabitha's not going to hand the envelope to TV.
Of course not, silly. The Russells think I'm a kind but dotty old lady. I'm not going to blow my cover by being openly malevolent. No, it's better that TC discovers the envelope all by himself. And when he does, cover your ears, Tim. There's going to be a major marital explosion.